Hey everybody, it's Rodness247 and welcome back to some more Duel Links content. We're back once again with Sylvans, going back in the gold rank. It's the usual thing. Apparently we gotta try to go into gold rank, but before we do that, we have to go and show off two replays that I have. Nothing too fancy. This is going up against legendary duelist Mai, not necessarily online play or anything. This is just showing the capabilities of a Sylvan deck, and a few cards that can make it a good staple, so to speak, in the deck. So I got the usual thing that's going on with Mai and level 30 Mai Valentine. Just showing off some things. And so it begins. This hand is pretty good. This hand, I'll say it is pretty good. We've got Peacekeeper up once it gets excavated, so we can just special summon something, potentially. So Mai plays Amazoness Village and summons Fighter, tries to go for the attack, but now Komashrumo, as effect activates, start excavating cards. We hit the Komashrumo on the excavation, and we hit Lotus Wayne as well. So now we can be able to special summon the Komashrumo with Peacekeeper, pop Amazoness Village, so we won't have any special summon shenanigans going on. We draw the Cosmic Cyclone, activate the Offerings to the Doom, because this deck doesn't mind losing a turn when it comes to drawing, because half the time it'll be excavated anyway. So we swing with Hermitry for some damage. So she activates a second Amazoness Village, but we end up playing the Cosmic Cyclone that was face down, so it doesn't even matter. So now the draw phase has been skipped. We understand this. Now one thing that's key, we activate Hermitry's ability. I'm sorry, Martial Leaf. We activate Martial Leaf's ability first, then we get the excavation for Peacekeeper. We special summon Peacekeeper because we have Martial Leaf face down. Martial Leaf's ability activates, it gets popped, and it was Amazoness Chainmaster, and now Chainmaster's just gone, and so is Mai. That's pretty much how the deck works. And that's how you work with Sylvans, supposedly, even though this is so late, so it really doesn't even matter. Now going up against Bones here, Bones was was an actual person online using Bones. They had Gozuki, Red Eyes. It's your typical zombie deck. He was using straight to the grave. The outcome of this duel is pretty interesting. So, you get to see Sylvans doing what Sylvans do best, excavating cards and whatnot. So we got a Roma strategy going, and then he uses straight to the grave. So one thing that has to go down is this hand is like really good. You get your Solemn Scolding, and then you get your Wall of Disruption, and even your Fragrant Storm. But then the opponent activates the Cosmic Cyclone on my Solemn Scolding, so now it's just gone. So he sets 2, and he plays Gozuki, so he can just send those cards to the grave. Tries to attack, nothing. So now Komashrumo's effect activates. Mill the Lotus Wayne, we mill Hermitry, we mill Peacekeeper, we even mill Martial Leaf, and then we put Silver Water Slide at the bottom. So then we activate that card. Then we special summon Peacekeeper. I'm sorry, we special summon we special summon the Martial Leaf. Then we use Lotus Wayne to put Peacekeeper and Hermitry back into the deck. So then we pop off pretty well. So now we set our Wall of D, Then we summon our Lotus Wayne, activate Fragrance Storm on the Martial Leaf. We draw Flower Knight and Peacekeeper, activate Lotus Wayne's ability, mill some cards, be able to pop a face down, and we get this Sword Art deck. So pretty good, pretty good. So we got ourselves a battle here. So he summons the Heavy Knight of the Flame, and we pop the Impenetrable attack, so no shenanigans can go on. Flower Knight's ability activates. Remember, we activate his ability first, put this on top of the deck, then we activate Lotus Wayne's ability. All 4 cards can help us to excavate, and we end up excavating Martial Leaf and Hermitry. So now we get to pop his Heavy Knight and start our deck for a second time. Then we set Localized Tornado, but it turns out he has Impenetrable attack face down. Then we set our Localized Tornado, because Localized Tornado is probably one of the best cards you can put in a Sylvan deck. But then he sets a card, and then he just scoops, essentially. I'm guessing those cards that he had face down weren't gonna help him. So that's pretty much how those replays go out. Those are the replays that we have, and we'll jump into one live duel, because I guess it would make sense to show off 2 and then jump into 1 just in case. Don't wanna take up too much time with this. So we're jumping into live duels with gold rank, and we're going up against a man by the name of GTO from Italy. Gold rank 1 using Taya Gardner. Oh boy, I feel like we're gonna get styled on. So is this Gladiator Beast Taya against Sylvan's? Is this back when those 2 decks were hot in the streets, so to speak? I feel like this is, and it's using Holy Guard, so we can pretty much guarantee that this is Gladiator Beast. And we draw with a horrible first turn hand. And next card we draw is Solemn Scolding, so we can already tell that this is not gonna be too good. So we do end up getting Flower Knight next turn, which is pretty good. We'll just set our 3 back row, cause that's cool. Doesn't matter what we do at this point, cause this is not looking too hot. So now we see Taya Gardner doing the damage. Is this Gladiator Beast? I feel like this is, cause we got the extra deck, we got the Holy Guard, and it's Taya. So Glad Beast Taya against My Valentine. And oh look, indeed it is Glad Beast Taya. And ladies and gentlemen, we may have triple the GOD on the recording, but now we gotta wait for Glad Beast Taya to do some dumb stuff.
I'm live on the Dink Show. I'm live on the Dink Show.
Technically, I may or may not have had some issues regarding that, but we'll talk about that in a second. We'll get to that in a second. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, at this rate, we can already tell that this isn't doing too hot. So we'll just have to end our turn at this point. So
Are you live streaming or are you just making a video?
we're making a video. We tried the live stream earlier, but I think we may have goofed on a few things. So we'll have to get that situated.
Yeah, y'all might have to bring the laptop over. I might have to set that up. Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. Alright, let me wrap this up and then I'll call you back.
Alright, handle your business. Handle your business. Dinks Bingleberry. That's your new name now. Dinks Bingleberry.
Oh
Write that
lord.
down.
I don't know about that.
Dinks Bingleberry.
Goes for the rush recklessly. Gains the 700 attack, going for 1500 points of damage. Question is, what card's he gonna draw, or what card's he gonna grab next turn is the question.
Hey, handle your business, man. Hey, I'm gonna try to make me some more videos myself. I will call you back later.
Alrighty.
Alright. Be good, Dinks.
Okie doke. I'll see you later.
Alright.
Alrighty. Anyway, Bestiari goes for the Solemn Scolding, but that's okay. Doesn't even have a Sphere Karibo or nothing. And I forgot, oh that's right, we have Wallady just face down. Wallady is like basically like really bad right now. And we don't excavate because, I mean, we kind of need the Fragrant Storm next turn, so to speak. I feel like this is going to be your usual traditional Gladiator Beast match. What a way to end the what a way to end the video off with me losing to Glad Beast, because our hand ain't looking too hot. Plays the enemy controller. Ay ay ay. And knowing how well this is going, I feel like we're just gonna get styled on. Summons the Lakari. This is not doing too good. This is like really bad. I mean, we could burn. We'll burn an enemy controller. Why not? I don't know. I know we're gonna lose like really bad because it's Glad Beast Taya. And then she'll just go and use Murmillo, and then that's probably impenetrable attack or half shut face down, and then we lose. So, yep. And it is indeed Gladiator Beast Murmillo, as I expected. So this basically is a lost duel, if I'm not mistaken. And then we draw the second Flower Knight next turn. So we'll, you know, we'll let the duel lag out. We'll let the duel lag out. Some things to talk about. I'll have live streams potentially up and running soon. So, you know, you could be looking forward to stuff like that. So summons double Murmillo. And then we're waiting on the opponent to attack, because there's really nothing to wait on except going for a contact fusion, so to speak, and then play the Gladiator Beast Esidarii, which is fun, and then it just swing for immediate game, and we lose. So there you go.
I can't believe my card techniques didn't work. There's nothing to it but to do it.
And we lose! And we lose! So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Gladiator Beasts probably do indeed just shut this deck down entirely. Depending on if you can summon the cards or not, or so to speak, you can pretty much just lose. So that's, oh boy, why am I yawning? Anyway, that's all we really have for today. Pretty soon we'll have live streams up and running, like I said. You know, more Duel Links content will be soon. Hopefully this will be going up in just a few minutes. So I will see you all later. I am the Rodents 247, and I am out of here, and I will see you guys next time.